give me a second while I just post the stream up so people can jump on the chat real quick. So if we can do that, that'll be cool. All right, give me a second here. I know this is exciting, just sitting there watching me do nothing. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, now let's go back to see if we can get, there we go. So anyways, you know, I caught a few things. Actually, it's somebody else that caught a couple things. A friend of mine caught, you know, something interesting. But I wanted to make it perfectly clear because for any of you gamers out there, you may have seen Assassin's Creed, and they try to kill Assassin Lafreniere, I believe. And this is after, like, part in the French Revolution where they burn, like, the Cathedral of Notre Dame. So I want to make it perfectly clear out there in case, you know, somebody happens to come after me, that I'm perfectly healthy. My car's in working order. And, yeah, I don't plan on dying. There's no chance of suicide or anything else like that. Just in case. You never know what these people out there, they, you know, get themselves caught up in a game. And, you know, if that game mirrors reality, you know, hopefully I'm not in trouble. But if anything ever happens to me, you know it's the Masons. That is for sure. That if anything happens to me, you can blame the Masons. If I happen to have a suicide, it's the Masons that did it. If I happen to have a car crash, it's the Masons that did it. If I happen to have a heart attack, it's the Masons that did it. I've been eating healthy lately, having plenty of fresh fruit, eating healthy, having ice cream every once in a while, but it should be okay. So, you know, I'm feeling healthy and all that stuff. Let's hope I don't get killed, because that would be nice. You know, these people do a lot of things to, you know, mirror other things. And speaking of mirror, a friend of mine noticed that it's a 118 days from 8/11, which is interesting. But I think she actually found something more interesting, and I want to point that out and show you. And that's this. I thought it was fascinating that this is actually happening. Trump decides to visit Burnsville today. Okay? Of all the places that you're going to go today, you're going to go to Burnsville, Minnesota? For real? For real? Real? That's interesting. I find that fascinating that they're going to go to he went to Burnsville, Minnesota. Almost like this was all scripted, which of course we know it was. Which means, again, the Masons burnt down the Cathedral of Notre Dame de Paris. And that is D-E before the Paris. But also something I saw in the news, and that is they gave a Pulitzer Prize for the people that were reporting on the Stoneman Douglas mass bullshit. Isn't that me? I find that quite fascinating that they did that. Really? You're going to give a Pulitzer Prize? You're going to give a high award to people that reported on bullshit. This is the world we live in. You know what? If you continue to lie for us, if you continue to lie, if you really sell that lie good, we're going to give you an award. This is the world we're living in. You know, it's kind of like, you know, Obama winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Alfred Nobel, famous for killing all kinds of people in Pakistan, I believe it was, blowing up people left and right, all that crap, and, you know, for just murder, you know. And we reward people for evil in this world. We reward people that only go along with the lie, the Masonic lie. And that's sickening to me. Right, Blizzy? That's crazy that they do this. It's evil that they just... because here's the thing. As far as I understand with the Pulitzer Prize, it comes with money. It comes with money. What this is telling other reporters is, if you lie just like everybody else. We're going to give you an award and money. You could take your family on vacation for lying. Go visit, well, not the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, because that's burnt up, but somewhere else. Maybe the, Caribbean, or, a nice cruise around the world or some shit. And you could do it on the money that you made lying. But that's the world we live in. You lie, you get an award. It's sick. It's just so sick. And I'm pretty deterred that it's happening. But it is happening. I think most important, though, I did want to get it out there that, this is the part in the game where, that they try to kill Assassin Lafreniere, and by assassinating him. And one thing I can tell you about that game is I never really played it much, but I had a friend that played it, and I looked at the history. Some of their history is close to being very accurate, where it mirrors a lot of history. So it's actually quite interesting. In theory, that's not a bad game for kids to play to learn history and stuff, but it's also kind of scary, It's kind of scary that things may have been more like the game or a game than what we are told in our student history books. And of course, we believe that, that they told us a lot of bullshit, because they have. How close, what side is more accurate, I couldn't tell you. We still got a lot more to uncover about our history. And hopefully we do, little by little. And hopefully I'm around if they don't try and kill me. And hopefully I'm around to, share that learning of our history. But I did want to mention that, because that is something interesting there. That literally Donald Trump, okay, here's the thing, right? You got Donald Trump, right? And, these things are planned out in advance. You don't just get on the plane and go to Burnsville, Minnesota, right? You don't just get on the plane and go to Burnsville, at last minute. These things are planned out. So whoever set the fire in Paris, the Masons, whoever set the fire in the Masons in Paris would have to known that he's going to Burnsville, lined it all up with the gematria and all the numerology and all that, right? Which means Donald Trump most likely knew all of this, right? It's bullshit is what it is. What it says is that our president is involved in this, or with, rather, the people that are burning down churches. And you out there that think he's a Christian, of course, I think most people in the truth community know that he's beyond not a Christian, but if you think he actually has any respect for Christians or Catholics around the world, it is not even close to that. Okay? We have a president that is involved with the people that burn down cathedrals. Okay? But of course, we know with all the numerology and symbology and everything else that he's been involved in the false flags just as much as Obama. And that is the reality of what is going on. That is the reality of this world. It is what it is. It's sad. But people have to start dealing with it.